club and it being like his family when you find out about his family, his real family. And I just love that kind of stuff. So it was one of the bigger privileges in a long time to get to play Tamaki. Want to pick something?
You!
Where's Travis and his box?
What?
What's that?
Where's your box?
Where's my box?
Yeah, the one that you said has no problem, that you were sitting in on the podcast.
Oh, right. Did that come out already?
Yeah.
The last time I was at Funimation, right before Christmas.
My box. What?
The question on the Funimation podcast was, do you have a hard time as a big guy acting in a little box? But I didn't want to do the normal answering of the question, so I went and sat in a cardboard box. And it broke. So, my box is dead. Thanks for bringing it up.
Or you could put a spin on it and say the power of Travis could not be contained.
It was unleashed and the box felt my fury. Yes.
First off, a comment from Vic, then a question for all three of you, kind of a couple of different points that we kind of brought up a little bit. First off, I feel sorry for you a little bit, Vic, because there's no way...
I feel sorry for you too, Vic.
Well, let me explain. There will never be another show that you will ever be able to go to that there won't be one crazed fangirl that will swear that she wants to drink coffee out of your mouth.
That was one of my favorite lines.
Oh, yes.
You guys know that line from Mora?
Oh, yeah.
They're talking about drinking commoner's coffee. You know, these blue bloods only drink the fancy stuff. And so he comes into the club, and Tamaki's like, I've heard of this. This is the commoner's coffee. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try this coffee. And so one of the girls is like, I'm afraid my father will get mad if I drink it. And Tamaki's like, what if I let you drink it from my mouth? And the girl that did this character was perfect. She's like, then I would drink it. It was the most wonderful delivery. Whoever did it, I don't even know what actress it was, but it was perfect.
But the thing I wanted to talk about is, you were talking about how opportunities kind of get, in voice acting get more and more sporadic. It would seem that with the economic downturn and with anime's problems, I hate to say the last couple of years, they've been getting more and more sporadic. I've made no secret when I talk to you individually that you guys are basically about the only thing that's kind of keeping me in anime. I hate to say that, sorry. But it's just, kind of restoring the faith that, you guys are still going to be around, as a concept, not necessarily just the individuals.
Well, I'm sure anime will continue. I mean, there's still companies that are doing it, and there's still going to be a market for it, even if there's not as much being produced. But, I mean, all of us are still working outside of anime on, film work and video games. There's a lot of video games, because even with the economy going down, I mean, video games just keep being made. That's a huge market right now. And so, yeah, we've been working pretty much nonstop, which is great. It's just you're going to have to go travel maybe to another area to hear us or something like that.
And I think Funimation's announced like several titles, I don't know if they have or not, that are definitely going to be very exciting to see. We've been excited to work on them, so there is stuff in the future that is gonna be good.
And do we even need to say
yeah.
the next season of Full Metal Alchemist being produced?
That's gonna be awesome. And you won't be dead.
Awesome! But you guys, when we made that show, we had no idea that it would ever go any further than the 51 episodes that it was.
I never thought either.
Yeah, and it was so perfect. It was perfect. They didn't drag it out beyond the point where it was any good, and they ended it strong, and the movie was great. But I think they've got some really good ideas. I don't think they would have come back to it if they didn't feel really strongly about some of the stories they want to tell. So we're very excited. Hopefully, we'll all get to be a part of it.
Do you think maybe predictions of when it will be done, if they're actually going to do it, or to have like all the same characters in it, or new characters?
We know
No
next to
idea.
nothing. We know what you know, quite honestly. We know that it's scheduled to be released in Japan in April. And we've heard that it is supposed to be more based on the manga and the stories in the manga. And if you've seen the trailer, you notice that even the animation style is a little different. It almost looks more like the manga drawings. But that's all we know. That's all we know right now. So, in the back, yes, Breach.
Did you talk to his lucky dance?
I wish I could. I don't remember his dance. It's one thing that I've never learned.
Do you know the dance?
Unfortunately.
I think you do. I tend to think you know that dance. No, the
Why would we want to do it?
You guys, the funny story about the Lucky Dance, real quickly, and I don't want to take too much time away with this, but when I went in to record, Laura and Travis will tell you that almost everything the character does is scripted. Any reactions, any sounds he makes, no matter how big or small, they're scripted. When I got in there to do Ikaku, I was doing his lines, and he's talking to Ichigo about how lucky he is, his lucky day that he stumbled right into these intruders. And then he breaks into this lucky dance where he's dancing around and there's music and stuff. Well, here's the funny thing. You know what the script said? Does lucky dance. They didn't script anything. And I was like, this is the first time I've worked with Studiopolis. And I'm like, what do you want me to do here? And they're like, well, we heard that you're like a songwriter and a singer. We thought you'd come up with something. So I'm like, oh crap. All right, go ahead. Let me watch it a little bit. So they put it in a little loop, and I'd watch him do his little, and so I was like writing down, lucky, not so lucky as me, and just making up some lines. And then we did it, and they liked it, and then so we just moved forward. But I didn't even remember, I didn't memorize it. It was kind of on the fly. But so
Now you gotta reload.
perhaps you should learn the Lucky Dance and do it for us.
We'll expect it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a question. I was wondering, as you grow and mature as an artist and do more and more roles, do you still identify less with the older roles? Possibly get better?
Great question.